This might be really surprising, but consumer spending is up. And you know what else is up? Consumer credit card debt. It is actually at an all-time high to the total of $1 trillion. In the United States, consumers have never held credit card debt over $1 trillion until now. That is an absolutely mind-blowing statistic. And the fact is, we all know we need to be shopping less. It is better for our financial health. It is better for the health of the planet. But why can we just not seem to stop spending? And the answer is a lot of this is psychological. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about the psychological and sneaky hacks that brands and companies are using to make you spend and buy more. And take it from a former shopaholic who has tried to stop shopping before, and so much of the problem truly has to do with what's going on in here. And the fact is, a lot of sustainable brands also use these techniques. So let's get into it. Welcome back to the Going Zero Waste YouTube channel. I'm Katherine Kellogg, and if you are new here, I do videos on sustainable living as well as critical consumer commentary. If you think we need more videos like this in the world, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for future videos. Shopping can be really addicting, and something I noticed when I was in the height of my consumer phase is how having stuff begets more stuff. The more you get into the habit of spending, the more comfortable you're spending, the more spending you do, and it becomes this accelerating cycle. And I think so many people are trapped in this cycle, and a lot of work needs to be done internally to help break us out of this, because it's so simple to say, oh, we'll just quit shopping. That's such an easy thing to do. You don't have to do anything. For some people, there is a lot of stuff to do. There is a lot of mental and emotional unpacking that needs to be done because we have been so incredibly conditioned to spend and to buy. This is something that is so incredibly baked into our culture. Every time you have a problem, every time you need to, solve something or find a solution, the immediate thing you need to do, buy it. Because you can buy it so quickly. You can solve all of your needs, all of your problems. You don't have to think. There's no resistance. Within just one click, you can get exactly what you need. And if you have been conditioned into these practices, it is going to be really difficult to rewire your brain to instead stop, pause, think, get creative, because so many of us have not been trained to do that. It is truly a skill, and it is truly something we need to learn how to flex and something we need to learn how to do. And once you're in the habit of doing that, then you can replace the habit of shopping, where shopping becomes a last resort, where you don't want to spend money on things, and instead you can really rewire your brain. Every single time we make a purchase, we get a hit of dopamine, and this is the same chemical that we get from eating a good meal, exercising, winning a game, and it's just that love happy hormone that you get that makes you feel really good. It makes shopping feel so rewarding, even if this is something just like a small purchase. And you actually can see these little bits of dopamine packed in to different points of the purchasing process. You get a little hit of dopamine when you add it to your cart. You get a hit of dopamine when you get the order confirmation email sent to your inbox. You get a hit of dopamine when you open up that package. You get a hit of dopamine when you try it on for the very first time, assuming it was a piece of clothing. And the first time you get to use this item, you're going to feel so good and feel so fulfilled. But then each subsequent time after that, you're going to feel less and less fulfilled, making you want to buy something new. This is the theory of diminishing returns. That very first bite of chocolate cake you have is incredible. And the second bite is good. And the third bite is good. And the fourth bite's also good. But by the time that you get to the end, it is nowhere near as satisfying as it was on the first bite. So this is what keeps the cycle going again and again and again. And retailers know this. They trap you inside of this cycle by constantly giving you something pretty, something new, something cute, and getting you to buy more and more and more. Whether you're online or in store, retailers have found a way to make sure that you're constantly getting these bursts of dopamine to keep you going. Retailers have also completely removed the friction of shopping. They have made it as easy and convenient as possible. Now you don't even have to necessarily add to cart. You can literally click a buy now button to immediately get something. This is one of the reasons why TikTok Shop has become such a major shopping platform. The ease in with which you can buy something that is recommended to you through a false sense of relationship with someone on the screen whom you think is authentic and whom you think is giving you personal, friendly advice rather than seeing it for the ad that is simply created. Because shopping has become so easy and fun, it has almost become like a game. You don't even really feel like you're spending any money because you aren't handing over any legal tender. Obviously, you are spending money, but especially when we look at TikTok Shop, these things are so incredibly cheap to buy. You have this relationship that's formed. The ease and the convenience of buying is so quick, and you get this massive dopamine hit, so you want to keep going. So the third point I have here is social influence. So we're going to take a look at a few videos on TikTok Shop simply because of how insidious I think these are. And it's not these creators specifically, it is not these videos specifically, it is simply the style of video in which I want to talk about.
The elites are falling like dominoes right now, and this is absolutely not a coincidence. Some crazy things are about to start being revealed because people are sick and tired of being lied to and manipulated. And we absolutely owe this doctor an apology for what happened to him just a few weeks ago. Take a listen.
Okay, I'm not gonna play this whole video, but I have seen so many videos talking about this same doctor selling the exact same product. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this one specifically is because it is intentionally designed to grab you with fear. It is intentionally taking what is happening in headlines, it is putting it up on the screen for you to look at. So if you are curious about world events, you might be stopping and thinking, oh my God, what is this guy even talking about? He's talking about selling you a product. They are using fear to sell you a product. Now, I could do a whole separate video on fear because so many of these apps value and prioritize watch time, and they do that by keeping you afraid. It's also how Fox News operates. It's how they retain so many of their viewers. They make them afraid. They make them angry. That increases watch time. Watch time is how they get paid. So we really need to be checking in with ourselves and saying, what does this content make me want to feel? And how can I protect myself better online when I realize this? And I understand some things in the world are scary and some things do deserve attention, but we need to be really protective over our space and our peace, especially as we're entering into this year, if being active and being more engaged is what we want to do and what we need to be effective. You cannot be effective if you are sitting on your couch under the covers constantly scrolling because you're afraid and you keep scrolling because you are trying to find a piece of hope and you are trying to find a piece of action, but you can't because you're just locked into this like fear doom circle spiral. Ask me how I know. But that's not what this video is about. We can do a whole separate video on that if you want to, so let me know in the comment section down below. But that is just a horrible example of people using fear to sell you something. And it gets worse. And the thing about TikTok specifically is that TikTok was designed as this platform to make influencing more egalitarian. That's how I feel. It was a platform that was specifically designed for people who do not have the crazy setups or do not have the super beautiful homes or who are not super aesthetic. It was a way of giving power and influence back to people who traditionally weren't being seen as major influencers in Instagram or on YouTube because everything had become so produced, so edited, such a high bar to achieve if you're just starting out. And TikTok was great because this was a platform more for content that was less polished and more real life. And so this content whose whole entire identity has been on building more trust because it is considered less polished and more real has turned into a super shopping platform, and there are a bunch of strangers on your feed who are telling you stuff, but you're more inclined to believe it because of its low production quality, because it feels more honest, and because it is less polished. But in fact, it is actually causing you to spend more. I can't wait to see more case studies come out about this. I cannot wait. And by cannot wait, I mean I cannot wait to be horrified. Which leads me beautifully into the next marketing tactic that I want to talk about, which is emotional spending. Oftentimes when we feel emotional, we want to spend. And one of the best things we can do is we can sit in our emotions and figure out why that is. But we're seeing this really crop up per our last example of using these emotions, creating that emotional trigger, and then selling you the solution. They're creating an emotional trigger. Are you afraid of getting sick? They're calling back to things like 2020. They're calling back to things that maybe we're experiencing right now, experiencing a lot of fear right now of things that are going around, right? I mean, they're using these current events and they're using past current events to create an emotional narrative to specifically make you afraid from the last time you felt really bad about this stuff to sell you a product. So the next time that you're feeling really emotional and you want to buy a product to help solve that problem, take a moment just to sit with your emotions. take a deep breath, sit in, breathe with your emotions, ask yourself about what you're feeling and about why you're feeling it and how you can prepare. And maybe that is buying something. Maybe you do need to buy something to prepare for that situation, but just sit with it for a little bit longer before immediately pulling the trigger. Give yourself some time and separation from that very emotionally triggering post to allow you to sit in some space and allow yourself and give yourself the time to make a smarter decision. This kind of impulsive shopping genuinely is so predatory. So just make sure that you take a few breaths, take a few steps, and give yourself some time to make a smarter and more rational decision.
You know that shot that everybody wants to take to make them go and lose a whole bunch of you know what? I found it right here on the TikTok shop. Well, not the shot exactly, but it's a drink. And I've been doing it. It's right here in this bag. I've been taking it for like 2.5 weeks. And honey, I stepped on the scale after week 1 and I was like, there's no way. The scale is broken. I learned about this because my sister-in-law, I seen her, it'd been like a month since I've seen her, and she was like so much smaller, and I was like, okay, what's up? And she was like, no, it's this drink. I've been drinking it every morning. So naturally, I had to get it for myself. And let me tell you, I have to eat in the mornings before I drink this, or else I won't want to eat for the rest of the day. I don't want coffee anymore. I'm no longer on my focus medicine. This stuff has lion's mane in it, prebiotics, probiotics, and it freaking tastes amazing. I got the strawberry matcha one, but I think there's also like a peach mango. Get this, we don't know what's in those shots. I'm more concerned about your health than I'm concerned about anything because, like, literally we don't know what's in those shots. This is all natural.
You're telling me a shot, Ozempic, that has been through massive rounds of FDA testing is bad, but you want me to buy something off the TikTok shop, which is made God knows where, with who knows what ingredients. And we have all seen how many protein powders and supplement powders have tested in positive for having tons of additives that have been high in lead. Some of them have been chalk. There have been, because the FDA doesn't approve those. There is no testing that goes into them. So if you are going to buy supplements, you really need to make sure that you know what brand you are going for and how they are tested, and make sure that they have third-party certifications, because some of this stuff can be really, really not good. And look, I don't know anything about this company. Maybe this is a great small business, sustainable company who has tons of third-party certifications. I don't know. But from what I can see on the front of this package, it says reduce brain fog, energy and crash, support healthy gut, prebiotic and probiotic, low sugar, just 2 grams. There certainly aren't any third-party certifications on the label. And if someone were promoting my product like that, I'm not sure I would be overly comfortable with that. I'm not sure I'd be overly comfortable with someone making just absolute wild claims on my behalf. That seems like a lawsuit. It smells like a lawsuit. So I'm just not sure I would feel overly comfortable with someone saying that, oh, you know what? My product is going to change your life. My product is so much safer than something that has actually been studied by the FDA. This product is going to make you drop a ton of weight. I don't know. I'm just not sure I'd feel comfortable with my stuff being marketed that way. I believe in this video, she says buy it before it goes out of stock. So that is another way that marketers get you to buy. They say, oh, this item is running really low in stock. And I think on Shopify, there's a plugin that says, X number of people have this in their cart, buy now, or there's only one left. For instance, when you're on Etsy and you're shopping and, let's say you're buying something that's vintage, they'll say something like only one available. And the idea is to create scarcity. And I understand that's just simple information. And sometimes that can be beneficial to know that, there's only one item like this. So if you want it, don't miss out. I get that. That is important information. But at the same time, we just need to be aware and we need to be able to track when and how that's making us feel. Because if we see the only one left, that might cause us to make a purchasing decision that we don't want because we're simply afraid of missing out. You feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose out on this great deal if I don't buy this right now. And that's intentional. And while I'm very pro sale and I'm pro you getting a good deal, and just because you buy something full price doesn't make you a better environmentalist, it's just important to be cognizant of what you want. And if you have this on your list, or if that's something you do buy often and it's something you know that you like and you want and it goes on sale and you want to stock up, that's great. But if this is a tactic just to get you to buy or try something that you've never had before and you don't even know if you want, maybe just take a step back. Because I promise the item will go on sale again at some point and you can get a good deal, and then you can make a more informed and better choice. So I'm gonna bring up this tea again because on my thing, it's the first time I clicked on it, and now I'm gonna get ads for it forever for the next I'm going to be bombarded with ads for this for the next 30 days. You can see it says flash sale. Flash sale just for me. 30 servings for the low average price of $35.99. The sale has a countdown timer telling me exactly long I have, and that's intentional. They want you to make you feel like time is running out. They want to make you feel like you're going to run out of time, but I am here to tell you there will be time. It will go on sale again. I promise. I promise you it will go on sale again. So if this is something that you want to consider trying, sit, wait, have a moment, have some peace, take some deep breaths. You got this. So we've got scarcity, we've got a sale, we have a bunch of stuff that makes you feel more encouraged to buy. We've also completely removed friction of buying because you can buy with one button. Well, you can buy with one button if you've already input your credit card information into the shop, which honestly, I do not trust TikTok with my credit card information. I've got to get through all of the points. And once I get through all of them, we will go through some videos and I'm going to pick out and pinpoint every single thing that they do in each of these videos. And once you can be aware of these signs and you start seeing them, this is going to help you make such better and more informed choices. The next point is the illusion of savings. I really like to think about Black Friday in this. A lot of people buy things because they know they're going to be on sale. And once again, I have no problem with people buying things on sale that they need. And in fact, on Black Friday, I bought some stuff. I bought some organic underwear. I do it every year. It's a great day to get a good discount on a few new pairs of underwear. This is something that I need, something I know, something that I prepare for. And it's a much easier way for me to support brands whom I believe in and get a little bit of a better deal because that stuff is expensive. It is expensive. And so I have no problem with people buying things on sale that they actually need. But a lot of people buy things because they're on sale and they think, oh, it's such a good deal. It's such a good deal. And it's too good of a deal not to buy. If I don't buy this, I would actually be losing money. And that is the mentality a lot of people have. And it's wrong. It's wrong. If you buy something you don't need, you are still losing money. 100% off. 100% off. You can get 100% off by not buying anything at all. You don't need it. If you don't need it, it's still a waste of money. It is the classic case of spending $30 instead of $50 to save $20, but you didn't need to be spending that $30 in the first place. You know? You understand what I'm saying? And it gets even more insidious. It gets even darker. It gets even deeper. Just last year, Amazon was sued because they were faking their discounts. They were faking their discounts. I believe it was right before the Prime Day sale. They raised the prices to create a discount and bring it back down. I think it was $1 or $2, basically creating a very, very, very minimal discount. You really weren't saving that much on the product. And there have been countless examples of this. I believe Walmart has done it with their rollback prices where they're really not rolling it back that much, and they want to make you feel like you're getting a much, much better deal than you really are. And I know that TikTok Shop does this. I know they do it. I don't have any hard, firm proof for you right now, but with the amount of stuff they have going on in that shop, there is no doubt in my mind. I mean, just take a look at Shein. Just take a look at Temu. Take a look at all these websites. Everything is always on sale because it's not on sale. It is just a tactic. It is just a tactic. It is not actually on sale. It is just a fake discount to encourage you to buy through the sale lens. I think we're seeing this a lot more with TikTok and with the corification of things, right? Cottagecore, ballet core, macadamia core, goblin core, oat milk girl, vanilla girl, clean girl, strawberry milk girl, Italian summer girl, French girl. It just keeps going. It keeps going. I could keep going, but I've forgotten because there's so many. And people use these cores to sell products. They use it by attaching identification to the idea behind a core. Now, just for kicks and giggles, I wanted to see what trends were trending for 2025 for spring fashion. And this one in particular just really made me giggle because it's sports core, elevated athleisure is what they're calling it. And they just have a really weird, I'm going to ballet class vibe, a really weird, I'm going to swim, I'm going to a swim meet vibe. And I know for a fact that people just saw people who actually swim and people who actually go to ballet class and then just decided to try and make that as an elevated streetwear style. And look, if it's your style, cool, I get it. But the fact is, most of these trends are born out of people who actually participate in these hobbies. This is going to dance class, I would never just wrap a ribbon around my foot. That looks silly. That looks silly in that context. You know what? And if you love it, fashion's subjective, okay? It's subjective. I think it looks terrible. And if you like it, love that for you. Love that for you. But as someone who actually goes to dance class, that looks pretty silly. That looks pretty silly. And I can see different elements of this working in ways that I really like. It's just together, I don't get it. I don't get it. But styles like that are usually born from people who participate in these activities. And Shelby and I talked about this in our video together that we did. You're getting the aesthetic before getting the hobby. And the aesthetic is supposed to come from the hobby. The aesthetic is supposed to come from the activity. So you're classifying yourself through your purchases rather than what you're doing. And that is a completely backwards way of thinking. The aesthetic is supposed to come from what you actually do. I wear a lot of wrap tops because I dance, because I go to dance class, because I go to rehearsal, because I'm in theater. I wear a lot of athleisure out. I actually wear athleisure often for events in a more elevated way because I just did a show. Because I just came from rehearsal, because I'm going to and from dance class. And a lot of these styles are born out of that. And am I happy to see ballet core trending and knowing that my wrap shirts are in style? Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. That's great. Peak fashion. Nailed it. I did it. I succeeded. I win. I get a trophy. Instead of cultivating our identity through our hobbies, through our personality, through our community, instead we've tried to buy our way into a certain community that we might not even belong to. And while I think fashion should be a form of self-expression, it should be fun, it's really just genuinely not that serious. I do think that there is a lack of disconnect between for many people, what you truly like versus just being told what to buy because that's currently what's trending. And instead, we're trying to force ourselves into all of these little boxes that we don't even know that we really want to be a part of. And obviously, if you love ballet and you aren't a person who takes ballet, I mean, Lord, I hate ballet. I think it's important for dance reasons, which I can ramble on about, but it's really not my preferred style of dance. And so, but I still love the ballet and dance aesthetic. So of course you should be able to wear what you want and what you feel at home in, but it's just important that you cultivate these conversations around why you're buying something. And if you are buying something to latch into an identity, how does that actually show up for you in your real life? How is that an extension of truly who you are rather than someone just telling you need to buy it? How can you cultivate more inside rather than having the outside tell you what's inside? The fact is, we just live in a culture of consumerism. So much of our current day-to-day revolves around buying. So how can we start shifting these conversations? How can we start reframing how we make purchases? And instead of being tied so much to what we buy and having that be a reflection of who we are, how can who we are be the true reflection? Like I said, it's a lot of internal work here. There's a lot of internal work here. And something that I think is really, really interesting is how I isolated we've been, because capitalism does tend to isolate us, because isolated people are really good consumers because they have to buy more and more and more. If you live in a community with shared resources, you're going to have a pool of things that you can all use together. You can share a lot of resources as a community, but if you are by yourself, you need your own lawnmower, you need your own camping gear, you need your own canning supplies, you need your own of absolutely everything, so you never have to bother anyone ever again, and you can live super secluded in your own tiny little space, and you never need anyone's help because you bought it all for yourself. So by creating community, you can help share more of these resources. You can help work together. And I have to tell you, the more time I spend with my friends, the more time I spend in my hobby, the more time I spend doing what I love, the less I care about my material possessions. When I'm hanging out with my friends, rarely do I think, wow, I really wish I had a better dress, because I really wish that I looked better, because I need that to fit into this group. I rarely think, wow, I really wish I had better XYZ. Wow, I really want to go shopping. Wow, I really wish I could buy all of this stuff. You know when I feel that? I feel that when I'm scrolling on my phone by myself. When I'm with my friends, I'm there, I'm present, we're enjoying each other's company, and I'm not thinking about all the things I wish I could buy. I'm thinking about how funny my friends are and how entertaining they are and how much I'm enjoying this board game and how much I'm enjoying being present and how much I'm having such a good time. And when you're happy and fulfilled, you're a lot harder to market to. You're just so much harder to market to because marketers prey on our insecurities. They prey on our insecurities, and they do it in all of the ways that I just listed. So let's take a look at a few examples so I can help you prepare and have a little bit better armor for the next time you're online and you think, wow, maybe I need XYZ. And we're going to use some of my favorite examples because you guys know how much I love mouth tape.
10 out of 10. I'm obsessed. No, because this right here, this, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I'm obsessed. No, because this right here, this, 10 out of 10.
So let's take a look at a few of the things in this video so we can see how they're using all of the marketing tactics that we just discussed in real time. Up first, flash sale. Woo! Who'd have guessed it's on sale? 62% off. Wow, such a good deal. Maybe I should buy it. Oh, the sale ends in 21 hours. So right now we have a sale. Right now we have scarcity and FOMO. We have a heart and a little tagline that says most loved, letting us know that there is already a built around community for this product that really loves it. So we're getting that, group peer pressure. We have someone who's relatably sharing this product with us. They are an influencer, but they aren't someone who's super curated, which we tend to reject a little bit more of. We have someone who we feel a connection with because they just seem kind of normal and are promoting this product. We have convenience because TikTok Shop has made it incredibly easy to buy. And of course, since it's online, we have the hit of dopamine for seeing a brand new video. And we all know that TikTok, every time you swipe to a new little short form video, you get a little hit of dopamine. So we have hit almost every single one of the things. So we have hit almost every single one of the psychological marketing tactics that people use to make you buy products. I would say the only one that we're really missing is a strong emotional tie and a strong community tie.
All right, cat ladies. For this sweater, I got a size medium. I'm 5'8", 5'9", 160 pounds, and this is how a medium fits. I am obsessed with this sweater. My kitty looks like that. If you have a cat or just a cat person, run, don't walk. I love this sweater.
Okay, the second video when I opened TikTok was the same video of the same girl. I've seen her 3 times now on my For You page promoting the exact same sweater from TikTok Shop. It's plastic. It's 100% plastic. It's cute. It is cute. Don't get me wrong. It's plastic. Now we have officially hit community. This is a community selling post. She opens the video by saying, all right, cat ladies. It's immediately creating a community. So if you are someone who has a cat, if you are a cat person, if you want to identify as a cat person, you need this sweater to show the world that you love cats. I love cats. I don't have a cat because Justin's deathly allergic. I love cats. I also love dogs. And you know how I show the world that I love my dog? I'm covered in dog care constantly. You want to know why my house is sad beige? It's because I have a sad beige dog who sheds sad beige hair everywhere and constantly trying to remove it off of every black piece of clothing I own. Drives me crazy. That's why I show the world I love my dog. I just covered in dog hair. Just covered in it constantly. So the only other thing we didn't really find at the very end was fear-based, but I'm sure maybe my third maybe my third TikTok swipe will get us there. But if not, I gotta say, the ones from earlier, those were rough. And those were definitely fear-based selling.
Alright guys, I am on the hunt for all things yellow tag at TJ Maxx, so let's go see what we can find tonight. I think this might be a new record. $6. This one is $8 now. Guys, this one is $8 too. Come on, like what? I can't keep track, but I think I got mine for $8, but I'm not sure. 6 down from 50. This one is $8 too. Okay, this one.
A lot of that stuff shown in the video is really cute, but this is how retailers create things as a game. So that felt like a game just watching that video. It felt like, ooh, like we're stacking up all the savings. Like, ooh, this is so fun. Like, look, and it's just like you have yellow tags. So you're going on a hunt and you got to find something and you got to scavenge and you're getting a great deal. It's not a good deal if you don't need it. It's not a good deal if you don't need it. If you went into that store and you're specifically looking for XYZ and you found it and it was a good deal, that's amazing. But if you're buying stuff just because it's $10, that's a pretty bad reason to buy something. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you a little bit more perspective. I know I didn't run across another fear-based marketing post, but we saw 2 examples of that earlier. So hopefully that can help you kind of combat that in the future. Let me know if there's any of these marketing tactics that you have fallen prey to in the past in the comment section. I would really love to hear from you. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, please give it a thumbs up and press that big red subscribe button to be notified when new videos are coming out.